My next guest, highly respected actor. He's appeared in such films as JFK, Bram Stoker's Dracula, Air Force One. He was great in that, too. He's currently starring in the #1 movie in the country, Lost in Space. Please welcome Gary Oldman. Nice to finally meet you. I'm a big fan. And I must say, it's funny to see you smiling.
Yeah, it makes a change. I must say, I've seen the show so many times on TV, and you really don't get you don't get the idea at home how tight that band is.
Oh yeah, whoa, very good band. Yes, it is. It's
pretty impressive. Yeah.
Oh man, you think they're tight now? Take them out to dinner, see if they pick up the check. Oh man, they're just unbelievable. Well, you know, it's funny to see you laugh as much, because I always see you as the villain, as the evil guy in the Air Force One. I mean, you seem to play an awful lot of villains.
I do play in 22 movies, I've only played, I think, 4 villains. But, you know, in this town, you're only as good as Air Force One. You know, that's... Well,
that's not really...
But that's kind of how they, kind of how they see you. So, but it's time to... there's a ceiling to it. You know, I can't...
Are people frightened of you on the street?
Yeah, they meet me, they think they're going to meet Oswald, or they're going to meet Dracula. Yeah. Some women hope that they're going to meet Dracula and then disappoint. You know, and but my wife was just saying that she said she was a little scared. She wasn't sure, you know, what I was like, and she was shocked at how sweet I am.
Really?
She met.
Now, does this mean no more bad guys? You're going to back off from the murderous villains?
We're looking for. I'm looking for a good role, and I'm looking for a comedy.
A comedy like what? Who do you see? What kind of comedy?
I'd like to do I mean, that thing, the film, The City of Angels, that looked very sweet. Something like that.
Something romantic.
I'd like to do that kind of role. Harry Met Sally kind of thing.
Yeah. Kind of a romantic. It's funny that you. I mean, you're like the most respected actor in town. You're looking for a job, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah.
Now, British guys seem to get in this town. They all seem to be villains. They smoke cigarettes like this and whatnot. Is that common? Do you find
I think it's certainly a role that it's a corner that we painted ourselves into. If you look at the characters, I mean, be they, you know, fictional or real. If you look at our history, you know, the villain is part of the sort of national psyche. You know, you've got characters like Ebenezer Scrooge and Waxford Squeers, Richard III, Iago. Yeah. You know, we come from a long line of villains. And, of course, you know, the Americans, I mean, you have a national holiday. I mean, you celebrate kicking us out. So,
oh, that's right. Well, of course. But you know, that's all forgotten now.
Oh, of course.
You certainly... Do you miss England? Do you get back very much?
I get back quite a bit. But, I've made my home here now. I've lived in America for 12 years. I lived in New York for 11.
Yeah.
I miss New York.
Yeah.
More than I miss England. I miss...
Yeah.
The trouble in New York, you see. I miss that thing of when you come out of your apartment building, it's like curtain up. It's like showtime. I miss the drama.
Yeah.
And I've had to get used to the thing here of driving everywhere. So
yeah, that's true. On the other side of the road as well.
On the other side of the road.
Well, the thing I always like is when English people come here, like in England, this would be a huge drink.
That would be what?
A huge drink. Like
a huge drink.
Like 44-ounce big gulp is like what Americans drink.
Yeah, that would be the large. Yeah,
that would be like, this would be Super Jumbo King.
In England.
You get like a little shot glass.
Yes, like just a small one. Yes, just a small sherry. Yes, that's a big drink. That's a big
Would
drink
you ever do a sitcom? Is that something that would interest you? Appear on a sitcom?
Well, everybody's kind of... You mentioned Scorsese earlier. Yeah. He's moving into TV. I mean, it's the real... I mean, the actors that do it tell me it's terrific. You know, you kind of go in and you have a couple of days rehearsal, and then it's over by 3 Friday. You record the show.
But see, you seem like a perfectionist to me. Now, you seem like the kind of guy, like on TV, if it's not right, screw it, it's going on anyway. Whereas you seem, like in film, you can take your time, can't you? Go cut, let's do it right. Could you work under those circumstances? You know.
Well, I'd like to try.
Yeah.
I mean, I built up a good relationship with Matt LeBlanc.
Oh, sure,
from working on Lost in Space, and there was talk of me maybe doing a couple of guest appearances on there, but
you'd have to be like a friendly friend, not like the evil friend.
I wouldn't want to be the evil friend. No. Yeah, the friendly friend.
Now, tell me, did you ever do, like, I know you did stage work.
Yeah.
Did you do, like, musical theater and that kind
of? Yeah, I did 10, before I got into the movies, I did about 10 years of stage. And I've done, I've done musicals and
Like what
comedies.
musical?
I did, well, I was in a very ill-fated production of Cabaret.
Cabaret?
And I was 21.
Yeah.
It was one of my first jobs. And I was, what was I? I was sort of like the chorus boy. I was in the chorus. I was like a sailor 1 minute, changing hats, coming on as a soldier, coming on as a waiter. And I had a number in the show, which is Tomorrow Belongs to Me, which is the sort of a song about the kind of the dawning of the Nazism. And, well, one particular night, the song which precedes this number, the last note of that song is my first note, because it's a cappella. It was like a 5-part harmony.
Right,
so you would get the note in your head backstage. I would come on, lights would come up, and I would start singing. And one night I came on, and I started an octave too high. And but I tell you what, this is what it sounded like. So I got the first bit, and this, by the way, this song builds. It like as a crescendo. It goes from E flat to F sharp. So I started off somewhere around, I think, the sun on the meadow is summery warm. Pretty good there so far.
You sing very good.
And then it gets to this bit. The stag in the forest runs free. and I had about 7 verses to go. And I kind of looked like, I must have looked, I mean, you've got 5 Boy Scouts looking at me. Here's the stage. I'm in a spotlight, and with my Boy Scouts uniform on, with my armband with the swastika. And I've got 5 guys trying to harmonize with me, and I must have looked like, I mean, I sounded like an animal being slaughtered.
I'm watching this vein in your head pop.
No,
You're trying to do it.
I look like Jim Carrey in The Mask, but like the red version of it. With so I mean there are those. I mean there's those nights, and I'm supposed to take I was supposed to hear the note from the piano, and the trumpet drowned out the piano, and there you go, you know.
Well, let's talk about Lost in Space now. This is. Did you ever watch the TV show? Did they have that when you were a kid? Did you?
Yeah, we got it in the 70s.
Yeah.
I wasn't a great. I found it a little bit, you know, that sort of paper mache boulders and
right.
wobbly sets.
Right.
But I remember I liked Penny a lot.
Oh, Penny.
Yeah, I was a little scared of Dr. Smith, and I liked the robot.
Now you play obviously Dr. Smith, so this is
I
kind
do.
of, again the evil guy.
The evil guy with a twinkle in his eye.
Let's show a clip. Here's a scene from Lost in Space.
I love this thing.
Get one of these for your house.
Yeah.
Well, the film is Lost in Space, and it is the #1 movie in the country right now.
Yeah, number one. We made the history books. We knocked Titanic.
That's
off.
right, Titanic. So good for you. There you go. Will you come back and see us again?
I'd love to.
Terrific actor. Thank you, Gary. We'll be right back with Trace Atkins right after this.